They say when guns start firing, truth is usually the first thing to run for cover. And right now, truth is struggling to breathe. Because over the last 48 hours, the Nigerian internet has been flooded with a story so explosive it sounds like it was written for a Hollywood war movie. Bandits shoot down U.S. military drone in Niger State. You've seen the captions. You've watched the shaky videos. You've heard the voice notes flying across WhatsApp. And suddenly, one frightening question has gripped the country. Have bandits in Niger State grown so powerful that they are now bringing down American military aircraft? It's the kind of story that fits perfectly into the fear-filled atmosphere Nigerians are living in right now, especially after recent rumors of foreign jets and missiles operating in our skies. When people are already anxious, sensational stories spread like wildfire. But this is where we must slow down. Because what actually happened inside the forest of Kontagora on Friday, January 2, 2026, is not exactly what the headlines want you to believe. In fact, the real story is less dramatic than U.S. drone shot down, but in many ways, it is even more disturbing for Nigeria's security situation. Tonight, we are taking you deep into Niger State, straight into the heart of Operation Fasan Yamma, to break down what truly went down in that forest. Was it really an American drone? Was it shot down by bandits? Or did something far more uncomfortable happen, something the public isn't being told clearly? Let's break it down carefully. First, the American angle. Despite how viral the story has gone, there was no U.S. military drone shot down in Niger State. That headline is false. It sounds believable, especially coming just days after reports of U.S. air activity in northern Nigeria. The timing alone made it explosive. But the wreckage recovered in the Kontagora forest does not belong to the United States Air Force. It belongs to Nigeria. On Friday, the Nigerian Air Force officially confirmed that one of its unmanned aerial vehicles went down during a routine counterinsurgency operation. This was not a foreign asset. This was Nigerian equipment, purchased with Nigerian money, deployed to protect Nigerian lives. So where did the confusion come from? Simple. Many of the drones used by the Nigerian Air Force closely resemble American models. To the untrained eye, a Wing Long-style drone looks just like a US Reaper. Add fear, rumors, and social media exaggeration, and suddenly a Nigerian drone becomes American overnight. But here's where the story takes a dangerous turn. The military says the drone crashed due to a loss of communication with its control station, in other words, a technical failure. A malfunction. A breakdown in the link that keeps the aircraft stable. According to the official version, there was no enemy fire involved. But on the streets and online, a very different story is spreading. Bandits and their supporters are celebrating. They are claiming responsibility. They are boasting that they shot it down. And that raises an uncomfortable question Nigerians cannot ignore. Do these armed groups have the capacity to bring down a military drone? We already know these groups are no longer using locally made rifles alone. Over the years, they have acquired heavy machine guns, military-grade weapons, and even anti-aircraft systems from black markets and conflict zones across borders. So when the military insists this was just a technical failure, many Nigerians struggle to accept it. Because to the average citizen, it feels strange, almost too convenient, that a multi-million-dollar surveillance drone would suddenly lose contact and crash inside the exact forest where bandits operate freely. It doesn't sit right. And this isn't the first incident in that area. The Kontagora axis has become notorious. In the past, military helicopters have reportedly come under fire there. Troops know it. The bandits know it. That forest has turned into a natural fortress, dense terrain, hidden paths, and armed groups who understand every inch of it. Whether the drone was shot down or simply fell from the sky, the result is the same. The bandits win the propaganda war. Images of the wreckage are circulating online like trophies. It emboldens them. It feeds the narrative that they are untouchable. It spreads fear faster than bullets ever could. And fear is powerful. Now let's talk about the cost, because this part hurts. These are not cheap gadgets. These are not hobby drones. Combat UAVs cost millions of dollars. At a time when the naira is under intense pressure, losing one aircraft is like setting fire to a pile of cash in the middle of the forest. Every drone lost weakens surveillance. It blinds troops on the ground. It reduces the military's ability to see ambushes before they happen. In modern warfare, eyes in the sky save lives. Without them, soldiers are forced to move blind, straight into danger. And then there's the psychological impact. Why did Nigerians so quickly believe it was a US drone? Because deep down, many people are already uneasy. Late December 2025 brought reports of foreign military involvement against ISIS-linked groups in the north. Nigerians are asking themselves hard questions. Have we quietly opened our airspace to foreign powers? Are we losing control of our own war? So when people see high-tech wreckage in the bush, their minds immediately jump to outsiders, not because they want to, but because confidence in our institutions is fragile. That's the real crisis here. Not just whether the drone was shot down or crashed, but whether Nigerians still trust the systems meant to protect them. So now the question goes back to you. Do you believe the official explanation of a technical failure? Or do you think armed groups in Kontagora now possess the firepower to challenge aircraft in the sky? Does it worry you that such expensive equipment is being lost while insecurity continues to spread? And what does this say about the future of air operations in Nigeria's war zones? As we move deeper into January, the Nigerian Air Force says recovery operations are ongoing. They've confirmed that no civilians were harmed on the ground, which is a blessing in itself. But the wreckage remains, and the investigation has only just begun. The truth will eventually come out, through data logs, flight records, and evidence. Until then, ignore the noise about US drones. But do not ignore the reality that the war in Niger State is far from over. If this breakdown helps separate fear from fact, smash the like button. It helps push verified information further than fake news ever can. And if you're not yet subscribed, turn on notifications, because this chess game is only getting more dangerous. Stay safe. Verify what you share. And keep praying for the men and women on the front lines.